Why, hello there. Greetings, and welcome back to a small Let's Play of a game called Captain Cyban, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, with Ruudo and the Sparkle Princess, myself, Emily.
Hello. By the way, the audio on the game is extremely loud right now.
Oh. Well, you should go and adjust that. If you can.
I mean, like, it's kind of drowning out your voice on my side.
That shouldn't happen. It's not super loud on my end, so what the heck are you doing, Discord?
Okay, I have no idea which part of the case we're in, but okay.
Yeah, yeah, we'll do. If we can remember the buttons. Because I'm still gonna use buttons, even though I don't have to.
Okay, so investigation, okay.
Oh, X is the button. The case. There we go.
I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You'd better not agree to defend a suspect in this case.
Why not? Why not?
Eh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime.
And confession doesn't
She
help.
says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
Then what if she's not telling the truth?
Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her.
Yeah, like what? Can we hear them? Because I don't think you ever specified. But what if the evidence was faked?
Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second?
Which of us?
Huh? Me?
Why is this little girl so peeved at me?
I don't know. Why don't you use logic?
She's a relative of the suspect, Lana Sky's sister.
Wow! The chief prosecutor's little sister?
Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
Oh my gosh.
She really likes her word.
Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down.
Says a louder person here.
You don't want to be overheard using words like faked.
Huh?
It's a sensitive issue with us these days.
For obvious reasons. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs.
Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time?
What do you mean this time?
Well, you kind of selling out your own team? So that helps. Then, what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true, we've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the high-rank people are being led into criminal affairs now. The lowest-ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank-and-file detectives in at all.
Not of you? That's pretty
I know this is an
strange.
important trial, but isn't that a little odd?
Yes, it is. It is very strange.
So, anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the batter dance down pat.
Is there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. An officer marshal is assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall. Officer Marshall.
Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy.
But I'm not in charge of the scene of the crime. It's unheard of, pal!
Very much so. Okay,
Okay, do we need to show him anything? Or what?
I'm gonna try. We're of course gonna show this one to him. There you go.
Evidence.
I'm in Mr. Edward's car, stabbed with Mr. Edge for his knife, huh? What would drive chief prosecutor's guy to do such a thing? Wait, I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it.
Smooth. Very smooth.
Someone must have someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edward.
How about Lana?
The car and the knife seemed a little too well organized to be a coincidence.
Yes, it is. The only thing missing is to do it in Edgeworth's cravat. Or is it Edgeworth? What could have happened?
You have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth.
Alright, let's try Goodman's ID.
Detective Gunshoe, what can you tell me about this?
Hey, pal, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that. You have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time.
Meaning,
Well, you're not wrong.
Gunshoe must have dropped his card a lot. Okay?
Nice.
Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman, sounds familiar.
Should you know him?
Nah, my mistake.
But don't you work together with him in criminal affairs?
Whoa! Now I remember! Bruce Goodman! He's the victim!
Yeah, you don't say.
That's what I thought.
Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe?
I
That,
think maybe that unlocks
presumably, yeah.
Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday.
You were at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself.
Congrats.
I was wondering, why is the wood a shield? Why is it broken? It seems kind of counterintuitive. And why is it? Okay, she just said that. Okay.
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later.
Something tells me Gumshoe is responsible for that.
Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. He's even got naysayers in the prosecutor's office.
Yeah, we've heard about the rumors.
Alright, the parking stop.
I think he's probably gonna say the same thing.
Okay, yeah, he does. I remember seeing it, but okay. There we go.
Okay, let's talk to him again, I guess?
Yeah.
If anything happens.
Yeah.
Oh, new things. So this ID card belongs to the victim?
He was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Huh. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would a victim's ID card be lying on the ground when we found it? Delicious.
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transfer for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transfer. Miss Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Lieutenant Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's sad to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor's guy called him out there to the parking lot.
And Lana's confessing as much.
Alright. What about these rumors?
He's in a tough spot again.
Again?
Naturally.
Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney.
Which we were there for. But Edward was found innocent.
Listen, pal. There's always been rumors about Edgeworth.
Yeah, like how he's a demon and how he's descended from Satan.
Yeah, those things. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing alright, but there's always whispering rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering, they're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth always has unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious.
I had no idea he was under the gun.
As opposed to on it.
Or a gigantic magnifying glass.
Yeah.
Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself.
Confirmation bias.
I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. But Mr. Edward is biting the bullet for this one. He's doing this for all of us.
Okay.
Probably something
Let's go look
like
at the
that.
badger.
Alright, let's examine this horror right here.
Hello.
I was wondering about that.
What? The dancing blue badger? It's my masterpiece.
You made this, Detective Gumshoe?
Why is it wielding that baton as though it's a dagger?
Is it a baton or a nightstick? I'm not sure.
Well, a nightstick, that's what I meant.
Okay. That's cute, I guess.
The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal.
Nice work.
It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere.
Oh goodness.
There's no switch, so it just dances and dances and dances until the batteries die.
Just say, as a Christmas present, I don't want any of those in my room. Thank you.
But it's cute.
Poor Blue Badger. $50 nearly drops.
Yep.
It isn't alive.
You paid job.
Yeah, something like that.
And that's all I know about that. I'm officially on the case, you know.
Thank you.
Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gummy? We met the guy who is... What was his name? The guy in the parking lot.
Marshall.
Not the Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly to the Chief of Police.
Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something?
No, he's an officer.
No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA.
For a moment there, I wasn't sure.
Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crimes. Maybe.
Sounds encouraging.
Hey, we collected the blue badger somehow.
Nice.
I won't be surprised if this gets us anywhere.
Wonder how that's going to relate to the case.
Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal.
Thanks.
Let's just, actually quickly skim this because I'm curious.
Let's see, what are we looking for?
Oops. Where's the mom?
Look, that patrol man is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. Let's see. Then I said, hey! You do that, your soup will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir! I laughed so hard I cried!
I guess he wasn't saluting. He was wiping tears from his eyes.
They make a good pair.
I wonder what the context was.
The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911.
You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in those posters. They don't even look human.
She has a point.
Not just drawings of people from the 2D world. They escaped their prisons.
Okay, I wonder if there's anything else so we can look at, or is that it?
Nah, I doubt it. Let's just go to parking lot then.
Underground parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still going on. Let's see.
That and let's say that's I think that's Angel.
Angel,
Let's see. I have to be getting back to the shop. This is up. Sorry, is it a different voice? I can't tell. I didn't
Let's
hear the
see,
voice clips.
Hold on, thoughts. Let me go take a look at this.
I'm going to assume that that is a new voice and that's Marshall. Try it.
Let's see. Sorry. Looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I can't do this. Okay, your turn.
Okay. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here? Hello. Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in the criminal affairs too.
What happened to the security guard?
Okay, so it wasn't Marshall. Okay, no man, it is Marshall.
Yep. She has several boyfriends apparently. Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene.
Where Marcel? Bow, 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 bow. Let's just try talking first.
Yeah, talking first would be a good thing.
There's something I wanted to ask you.
Scene of the crime. A gold grave man who's lost their dreams. Me? I watch over them where they sleep. Dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment.
He's asleep. Somehow on his standing feet.
Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
he's-
letter of introduction.
What? Yeah.
Letter of introduction.
Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen, so that's why I decided to do it first.
Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I'll warn you. Fan letters me go straight into the spittoon.
That is kind of rude. Really rude.
It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. Maybe investigate? Gumshoe. Ah, that old cowdog? He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look where it should say letter of introduction. It says invitation. Ah, I think he just miswrote it.
That makes more sense in Japanese, probably. Good
Great,
job.
Detective Gumshoe. I owe you one. No worries. This proof is from Detective Gumshoe.
No one screws up that badly.
Yep. Guess I better let you in then.
Thank you, Officer Marshall.
Officer Marshall is the detective. He's a patrolman. That reminds me of something.
That is odd. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher?
Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny.
I feel like you should have said that with more gusto, but that was great. I love that. Note to self, police investigators are like settling land.
Emma!
Well, that's right. What do you say? What?
I say, I won't be needing this anymore. And I say, Marshall is a bad influence on Emma.
Alright, let's just poke him with this.
Alright, compadre. Count to 3. Huh? You gotta do that if you're gonna draw the evidence on someone.
Especially if it's a knife.
That's what we do in Texas. Remind me to never visit Texas. Hey, it's great over here.
Okay, show him the blue badger. Okay, it's the same thing.
Okay, alright, let's
Let's see, now he should be more cooperative.
Okay, Officer Marshall? Could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die, yeah. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific?
Hello. Okay, hold on.
Your turn. Emmy died. Okay, I'll just be over here, like, clicking on stuff.
Alright, I know. Bruce Goodman, you're the detective, right?
Well. Aren't you a feisty little doggy there now? Hello, did you hear me? Oh, yep. Emmy's still dead now. Gosh dang it.
Okay, here we go. You read this line?
Yes, I did. What happened?
This parent's coming home.
Okay. Detective Gooden was stabbed here at 5:15. Smile Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel's star. One stab to the chest. A fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report.
Really like this theme.
Same.
Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? In any way?
Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So, there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective.
Well, as Gumshoe once said, no, Vic. I screwed on up so bad. Because for some reason, I briefly contracted aphasia. I don't know why.
Okay.
No motive, no crime is what I meant to say.
That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor.
But my sister called the victim on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot? Which is obviously a lie.
So it seems, by calling on our band to a shootout at high noon.
It's high noon, of course.
I don't mean any offense, but... Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. You call me out, they shoot you for that in Texas. Oh, actually no, they shoot you for that in freaking Chicago.
I see.
I was one of them fancy shoe detectives until the... Let's see, I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me.
But you're patrolling now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina?
Well, especially given that you were probably demoted.
So, why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. The type of gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do, nothing important at least.
He's nothing but a sad old cowdog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh?
Which means that someone else is putting him on this case, or he's putting himself in the case.
Huh, edgy? That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Well, he just don't realize it yet.
Yeah, so someone else is having him investigate. That's very suspicious.
Detective Gumshoe? Kicked out of the investigation?
Strangeness. Ba 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 ba
Wonder
ba
if
ba.
we can look for things now.
Probably. I don't imagine anything else is going to be useful.
Examine.
Not what I meant to do. There we go. This was a part that we couldn't see earlier, I noticed.
This looks like a cell phone. That looks
An
like
old flip phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim.
Did he go to Alcatel?
I can't think of anyone else it could belong to.
What's so scientific about this? Should we check it out?
Sure, why not?
Anyway. Right, let's check it out.
Alright.
Oh,
She did
the
that
viewing
automatically.
thing.
She did it automatically. Okay.
That's cool.
Let's see. Let's
Remember, you
magnify.
can rotate it with the wheels on the right and left. Oh, sorry, right and bottom.
Gosh darn it. Record.
Okay.
No. Gosh darn it.
We'll examine it again.
That's annoying.
Okay.
Check it out. Da 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 da. And she slowly goes there to check for me for some reason.
Alright, remember to rotate the thing.
Yeah, but okay. You know what? I'm just gonna do this because I can't see anything right now.
That's one. Oh, that one is marked differently. Let's do that. The blue button.
The blue button?
Button. There, to its right side.
That opens it. The space is on the redial button. Redial button. Look at reading me.
Redial. Redial?
Mr. Wright, let's just use a record of all the calls you made and received. You just press the blue button to dial the last number you'd called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it.
Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial.
Huh? I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation. He's not that old.
I'm not that much older than you, Emma. Oh, whatever, let's just take the phone out.
This one's also blue. Why does it have a generator button?
I wonder who would the owner of this phone called last.
Oh yeah, never mind, it's the redial. Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. That's so true though. Bluff first, think later. Dun, dun.
Hey, that song, I know that. Hey, what's going on over there? Sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on the phone there, didn't you? Well, yeah.
Why did it make that ringtone though? That's what this is anyway. It wasn't the crowd over there.
Whose is it? It belonged to Chief Prosecutor Sky.
What? It's my sister's?
She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime.
How though?
Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone.
While murdering?
She only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now, I've got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh, I'm sorry. That was my phone.
Oh, that's where it came from. She was trying to call you.
What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kinda strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. Or wrong number.
No, she was calling you.
I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner.
He probably was lying though. But that's significant.
I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman.
Well, that's interesting. Bum, bum, ba, 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 ba.
Okay,
Ba,
I guess we can go to the next.
Looks
Looks like a note of some sort.
Look, something written on it. Ba, 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 ba.
You're right. Let's see. 67S122.
There's a name printed. That's me. That's me. There's a name printed on the paper about that. Goodman.
Oh, sorry. Maybe it fell out out of his pocket when he was killed. Wait, is this a paper or a handkerchief? I can't tell.
It looked like paper to me. Well, so? What does it mean, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Doubt yourself, but if Dr. Reasoning go to Edgeworth, alright.
I'm sure Edgy wouldn't know what this means either.
Fun. Let's check. Can't check it. Wait, can I? No. Down it, but just to see.
Okay, let's see. Is there anything else we can look at?
There's a rope. Is it?
Yep. They laid the outline of the victim's body.
That looks interesting. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him.
You have got to be the only person to come to that conclusion.
No, that's probably just where they found him. Do you mean to do that? Okay.
Let's see. B block is through there. That's where visitors park.
I can see the lunch light car over there, far in the distance.
Hey, you're right. I like the cute design of the door. Let's see. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy looking. Wait, what?
Doesn't that strike us a little creepy?
Just don't think too deeply about it, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, there's a chat. That doesn't look like anything special. Okay, never mind.
Okay, I think we're done for here. I think let's go talk to Marshall again, maybe.
Possibly. Let's try. Yep, he has a new conversation topic. There's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister.
Excuse me. That's correct. There's a gold mine of evidence against her.
Is there now?
And the prospect is no other than, and the prospect of tomorrow is no other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided by Vina. Many condolences.
Officer Marshall!
Yeah, Bambina?
How can you say that? You're my sister. You are...
There's something between this couple I don't know about. I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prosecutor's office. Wait, prospect?
What?
Dry wind or ill wind? Someone's up to something here, but who?
Huh.
Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence, arranging testimonies, you name it. He was unbeaten because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you.
Rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But he's off limits. Untouchable, you may say. One person? Who? Bambina, it's your sister, Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky.
Huh, that's strange.
I have to remember that whenever he says prosecutor, I change it to prospector.
Yeah. What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with steel. What you're saying? Edgy was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gummy was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgy?
That's bad. So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright?
Well, right now how we're doing is a negative $372 a year for Gummy salary. And we have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone.
So, you think we'll be okay?
Well, the only thing that's bothering me is, well, your sister is confessing to the crime. She says she did it.
No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal.
Oh, by the way, Emma,
Yeah?
I know that song your phone plays when it rings.
What? No, she's calling her.
I know. He just played it himself, or he just played the ringtone of his own phone.
Okay.
It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids?
That's embarrassing.
The phone that just rang wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:15, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me what you talked about?
She hung up right away.
I see.
Why though? What happened to her?
A detective is murdered. The suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I don't know everything that went on here.
To be continued. Husky cliffhangers. That's not good.
Sev. Grand Seva! Oh, I'm just glad that old bag isn't here.
Agreed.
Otherwise, you'd be like losing your voice a lot.
Probably. Fine, let's go. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright?
Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas.
Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, Seth. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice.
What is it?
A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Lana, you're kind of missing the point of the defense. They're there to try and acquit the defendant, or at least get them the least worst sentence.
Actually, on that note, I'm not sure if I told you about this, but defense attorneys are never, are not usually allowed to ask the defendant if they committed the crime or not. Like, it's not something that the defense attorney needs to know. His job is just to defend. However, at the same time, if the defense attorney finds a statement or evidence that actually shows that the defendant is guilty of the crime, he has to report it to the prosecution.
Yeah, which means they have to change the narrative to whatever works. If it's credible, then obviously they can't just say, no, just ignore that bloody knife. It doesn't mean anything. They have to figure that. Okay, so the defendant used this weapon, but it's not in the context that the prosecution would have it. Or alternatively, they find some means to disprove that thing, which Phoenix does all the time.
I'm talking about if the defense attorney and the defendant were talking about the case, and the defense attorney notices that the defendant is actually it's actually showing that he actually committed the crime, is actually guilty of it.
You have to report it, yeah.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's concealment of evidence.
Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you and her.
Yeah, she understands what the defense stands for. And that is...
You're not a defense attorney.
I believe it's almost time for the trial.
Is she
Good luck,
almost
Mr. Wright. What?
Is she kind of smiling?
Kind of. He's just got a very neutral facial expression, which is just... The very edge is slightly turned up.
My first trial without Faye helping me. Oh well, I got a Sky with me. No one's going to bail me out this time.
So that's good. We're definitely going to ascend safely when it's time to go to heaven.
I'll be all in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself.
Indeed. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be waiting you the whole way. Gosh darn it, I mangled that line.
At least you didn't say all the way.
True.
Hey, Edgy.
Hello.
The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
Shut up, Edgy.
I will not. It is my job, you see.
Freaking stuck-up little jerk.
Look who's talking.
I haven't been in court since Edgy's trial. It's been a while now.
I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please.
Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot, and in my car. Wow, it's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. Even though...
Don't! Emma?
But no one
I'm
knows!
not gonna talk about that again. Stop it, no.
But no one knows I took the cookies, the last one, in a jar 5 years ago.
Edgy, don't say anything!
Very well then. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life.
Are we talking about Emma right now?
No, cookies do not qualify as unpardonable, I would say. They are a brief moment of misjudgment, not quite something that we should set her on trial for. Please know where you're standing, Mr. Wright. There was a witness to her crime.
Get back to the case, please.
Yes, verily. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness.
Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand.
The cough-up queen, is it?
Just be sure to keep her away from any flowers.
Oh, haven't I seen you somewhere before?
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before.
The judges really won't pick it down.
Now it is your lucky day. Ah, and for you, I have a fiesta bowl.
Thanks.
Will the witness state her name and profession? Ah, and you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Can we please just move on and not have to go through this every single time? Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
So, how are we doing, Edgy?
one word from you, Wright, and I will throw this lunchbox at you when you're standing in the cafeteria.
We're not in the cafeteria.
You will be.
Why would I eat over there? It's full of stuffy jerks like you.
So this is what everyone remembers about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts.
He just starts bleeding from his nose and his mouth.
Yeah, caviar is extremely salty, by the way.
Ah.
I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like?
Wait a minute, it's a tapioca. I never heard that word before.
Hold on. I pretty much, let's see. Tapioca. Oh, it's extracted from the cassava plant.
Ah.
Let's see. Wait, tapioca itself is more like a spread.
Let's see. Name, profession. Now. The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running lunchlands these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Emma, by the way, I am not really laughing right now.
Very well, witness. I see you, Mr. Wright. Please describe the incident to us.
Well, probably you should move in. I'm not finished eating.
Your Honor!
Shut up.
Weren't you not the one who was... Fine.
Very well, Mr. Reggie. Yeah, you know what I call the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Miss Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
What exactly does that mean?
Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. Huh, that's quite a job change. Why? The Star was a detective? Cough up, Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see.
You're very good in your description, Mr.
You're suddenly yelling a lot.
Dude, is this lady?
If I might have the court's attention over here. Rather. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A thin divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up the prosecutor's spaces, yes. The crime took place... Oh wait, no, that was the judge. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I just realized that after I read it because I'm just focused on text. Okay. The crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with a knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot.
Who is this valid witness?
Oh, don't be silly. Why, it was yours truly, me, Your Honor.
Witness, did you say the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
Oh, it seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright?
I can't agree on principle, Your Honor.
It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have to remaining?
I'm going to throw M at you.
Here you go. Give the yours, Mr.
Wait, are they talking about me?
You will kneel before me, Biffalo. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver lunchbox to my boyfriend
Which boyfriend?
when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective instincts working. Then, through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then he thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Oh, bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend? How touching.
And that's why you got it from that whole spiel. As you can see, there is no room for doubt.
The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed at Detective Goodman.
Nice analysis. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed?
I'm still thinking about that.
I will give you time. It's very late flashwood, Mr. Wright. There's the flashwood. Come on, rip it out. Keep going. Walk the finish line. We can do it. Oh.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Alright, let's do some cross-examination.
Okay, press everything as usual.
Yes.
How do you know?
I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing of a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Star, do you have something personal against prosecutors? He says. I felt that I found my dream job once I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Laid off? She was fired.
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro. As you know, my testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Star.
This boyfriend, he's the detective?
Not that boyfriend, the security guard.
That boyfriend, you have several?
There we go. Yes. This boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll stay with the lunch, please.
Note to self, the judge had to think before replying.
Very astute observation, Emma.
The security guard room is in the lot, in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there.
That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car?
Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in the B block when she witnessed the crime.
So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder?
Yeah, because Sixth Senses is a valid piece of evidence. It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. What does that even mean?
No idea what that means.
Oh, you know, on Halloween, when it's dark outside, and you only hear the sound of crying children yelling in glee, and you hear a knocking at the door, yelling trick and treat, and then suddenly something falls down in front of you. A pumpkin, sprack full of seeds that threaten to shoot out and blind the little ones. That is what it means.
Emma, are you getting any of this?
I don't know. Let's just roll with that. Duly noted. It's like pumpkins attacking little children and blinding them.
Oh,
Or is that
I
thing?
had no idea that pumpkin could turn out to be Pokemon and use bullet seed.
I only heard of that show. Don't really watch it.
Anyway, speaking of detectives' instincts, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective?
Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
Yeah, cheese.
All this food metaphors. A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn. A greenhorn.
Oh, of course it will, huh? It will hard, yellow, sharp as a thick. Cheese.
I think you stink too. Gee, Emma.
Whatever happens like that, that'll hold you in contempt, little girl.
In any case, there, in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Okay, hold on a sec.
I got one.
There we go. Alright, let's go.
Alright. Which ones have we pressed already, though?
The previous one, where she sensed something because she's a psychic.
She's not Maya.
Yeah, exactly. It's very dubious. You see?
By garish car, you mean?
Nope, not the button. Why is it why? There we go, now it's responding.
GG.
Mr. Edward's car, yes?
Mr. Edwards?
Okay, the scanner. No. There we go. Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edwards. Wasn't it? Indeed, it was. Everyone's taking my things. It much disturbs me.
What an odd case this is. But the person you saw, you're sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her.
If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Gosh dang it, Maya, where are you?
Far away, I guess. Still adjusting volume because I suck at balancing. There you go. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always complain.
That's not how this works! Witness,
Sure, they're all powerful, you know?
in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms, ergo, you are a biased witness!
Indeed. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, Rookie.
It's been like a year, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Well, still.
Discord? Why are you frozen? Hold on.
Is it frozen for you? Okay,
There you go, it's good now.
goodies.
Huh? Rookie?
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
No, that was vaguely terrifying, but also very silly at the same time.
That
So
was-
kudos.
That was actually very confusing. Like, what the hell?
Yes. I believe I heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism? I may be
That's
relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are owned.
You would think you could have presented that earlier?
Yeah, very much so. That seems more pertinent than your biased testimony.
A photograph? You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap! I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. Always prepared.
Which one? I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck.
This is my first time seeing this photograph. You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again.
You realize
Hold
that he's on your side technically, right?
Oh, nerve! My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, that was certainly offended.
Yeah? Shown closing a trunk?
But I don't see a body, I guess. Uh-oh, that is unmistakably Lana Sky. Wait, actually on that note,
Yeah?
didn't she say that she witnessed her stabbing the victim?
So she alleges.
That doesn't show it, I guess, but okay.
No, it does not. So, I have to see how that fits in. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? Do at
We
the
got
time?
something. Okay, what number is this? Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying.
Well, I'd said the blade was about 10 centimeters long. Is that right, Mr. Edworth? It is your knife, after all. Yes, that's about right.
Wait, 10 centimeters?
Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. How very convenient knowledge. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set.
You can't testify. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person.
Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor.
Not really.
So the defendant was holding a knife. What then?
Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no?
Oh, the defense has a point.
Kinda. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late.
Too late?
Yes, the next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see.
It's only a flash woman today! Look at that cat!
You said that before. Any other inspiring quotes?
We'll look at the fridge. There will always be a memo tomorrow.
I miss Maya.
Scientifically speaking, Mr. Testimony is flawless.
Sounds pretty fatal to me!
But what do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, I'm having her panicking next to me is making me calmer.
Okay, I'm panic a lot. Does that help? Don't smile at me like that.
Silly. Okay, we already pressed everything, right?
Oh, so we did? Did we?
Can you hold it? Yeah, we did.
Abhorrence of crime.
Just like
Its
skip
methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. Just felt like reading that again. Come on. Come on. You've seen this. I know you've seen this. Why are you not... Oh, yeah, it's set. No,
There we go.
That makes sense.
That was weird. Okay, let's see.
Okay, let's see.
What's our... Okay, what are our items?
Hold on a sec. Okay, we have... Let me figure out. Edward's knife. We know that it was found in his toolbox. And no prints. And then victim's blood. This was found on the ground, and it was entered after I-12. This is not relevant. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. And the victim's memo, which I don't remember the implications of.
I do.
Okay, can you explain?
Go back to the note.
Yeah.
Look at it, please.
675 twelfths in the second.
What if you looked at it in a different perspective?
I'm looking at it upside down.
Yep.
221 SL9?
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
I guess that's
be
gonna
important for later on.
Yeah, I guess so, because I don't think that was the implications when we picked it up. Oh well.
Next.
Cell phone that we know called.
Also,
Who to call? Yeah, Emma.
Photo. Is that alright?
Sure.
That she presented.
That would be the crime photo. Yeah, here we go. The moment of crime is photographed by Angel Star.
Touch
And
for details.
yeah, we're just
Let's
seeing
see.
that she's opening a trunk and looking at it. We don't see anything else. That's it.
Wait, can you press back? Can you go to the parking lot, please?
There's only one car that's like that, and that's probably Edward's car. Wait a second. What does this mean? Oh, okay, that's just that.
Huh.
Okay, looking at the testimony. Some hours in this day will come. This is not contestable. This is not contestable unless we want to point out that she's polygamous, and maybe that is bad.
Wait.
Well,
Wait. Can you move forward a little more?
until a wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor. Okay.
Next.
Wire fence. Do we have a wire fence? Yeah, I remember that. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand, and no prints.
No, not that. Look at the photo.
No prints. She does not hold. Oh yeah, her right hand is.
Not holding a knife.
Yeah, and it's also. I believe it's in a cast. Looks like.
That's just how she does her fashion thing.
Okay, sure. Let's go with that then.
And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Guy stab the victim with the knife.
As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl at lunch. I got so many different lunchboxes, my goodness.
Where do you carry those?
Oh, I'm sure that was a fun lunch. I have it.
No. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph.
Photograph. That's making me laugh.
This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Kai not holding a knife?
Good job.
Mr. Edward, your thoughts?
The music immediately peters out. Objection.
Let's be a little more careful with our evidence, shall we?
It is you that needs to be more careful, Mr. Wright.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. Do we really need to tell you this?
That?
Blood splatter.
Huh?
See the dark crimson stain on the chief prosecutor's coat?
It's a black and white photograph!
Indeed, that's an old camera.
Oh, yes. It's hard to tell, but it could be blood.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No
No
problem.
problem.
Except you.
Uh,
Mr. Wright, are you gonna just sit there and take that kind of abuse?
I thought you were a Naruto fan. Let me think here. You got a better idea? Object! We'll
Okay,
just keep objecting.
I guess.
Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the. Oh, are we really playing this game?
Semantics game. Well, that's usually how it works. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
I like this part.
Huh.
That's it?
If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I decided, but good advice. Sure,
Thanks!
take that into
Thanks.
consideration next time I go to the cafeteria. I didn't have time to stop there. The sky was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder.
Premeditated? How do you know?
Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph.
Oh, are these gloves?
Well, that does point against us, I guess.
Unless
So
no
she
one
jo-
wears gloves anyway.
I don't remember if she ever did
How can
that.
you tell that?
What do you mean? What are you talking about? Oh,
How can you tell that from the photograph?
surgical gloves. Well, craftsmen can probably tell from a glance, and relay that info to him, I guess, maybe. Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would you have those on? Especially surgical gloves. Like, why not just any old glove to warm your hands? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves.
Actually, I think this might do something. Hold on.
We'll see.
Oh, these gloves still seem to tell of premeditation.
Premeditated murder. A serious offense.
Technically, murder is premeditated.
Not automatically, no. You can murder someone without planning to before the incident.
Like if it was like some sort of like accidental murder, like a
If it's
being gone wrong or something, then yeah, that still counts as murder.
Yeah,
Like,
it
if
can.
something that's
If it's
completely
not
accidental.
manslaughter, if it's not manslaughter, in which you can demonstrably prove that the intent to kill wasn't there. There's still murder that happens in the heat of the moment, where they
Yep.
provoked you and then you kill them. That's still murder, but it's not
Or
premeditated
passion.
murder. Yeah, but it's not. It's still not premeditated murder if there is no reason to think that you planned to kill them.
But yeah, it sounds like a bit of a what's the word? Redundant, because if it's murder, it's intentional.
It's intentional, but premeditated means
For-
that you
for-
planned for it. That means that you went through the process of looking for a way to perform the act, and yeah, that, pretty much.
Hey, it did add something.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
It's like, if you bring a gun specifically to kill an individual, it's not the same as if you happen to have a gun on you. Oh.
Let's see. Can we look at our stuff again?
Sure. What do you want us to look at?
Let's look at the murder weapon.
Again? Okay. No prints.
Traces of victim's blood, no prints.
So that supports the prosecution's theory.
Wait.
Hold on.
Wait.
What?
I just had a thought.
Okay, please do not spoil the thought if you can help it.
Okay, I won't then. But let's see. Think about it. Her claim is that it's premeditated.
Yeah?
What is the murder weapon?
The murder was not. Got it. Okay. I just want to present this though.
Press. What if she's in the let's see. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves?
And that's kind of a clever thing, because I just automatically assumed that just because it's edged with stuff, it doesn't mean that it couldn't have been premeditated, because you could just, you know, been in the position to get it from the get-go.
I'm actually that kind of like counters it by itself. If you're it's like not like they knew, or like she knew that Edgy had a knife in there already or something, or wouldn't it be much more like what if it wasn't Edgy's car that was there, you know, and it was someone who didn't have a knife there?
Yeah, that's realistically it, because if you would ordinarily bring your own murder weapon and make means to murder and dispose of a weapon if you don't know for sure that those things are going to be there. But still, that's the way I thought initially.
Additionally, as far as we know, there was no other knife or something found at the scene of the crime.
Yeah. Which means either it's happenstance or whatever. Okay. The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime.
President, I'm sorry they took you out the first place, Star.
This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this plan, this trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated.
That's only flash one, it's right. It's always a flash one. Don't let her think it's anything else. We'll get back at. Oh,
You
wait.
said that before.
Okay, that's why. That's
okay.
why.
Oh, this repeat thing.
Okay.
Okay, so
Let's
yeah,
just...
that just plays at the last statement. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go back to the last statement.
There we go. Present. Okay, let's just do that, because it's starting to pass the time. Oh.
Witness, do you know what this is?
Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edwards' trunk. Indeed, it is my knife.
Thanks for pointing that out. What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, or red car, all belong to the prosecutor there?
The defendant is the chief prosecutor of the district, right? Mommy, our prosecutors are bad people.
The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony.
What's that, rookie?
Your testimony. You stated that Lana Sky planned this murder. And that's why she was wearing those special gloves.
Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon.
Ugh. That's quite a reaction.
This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon!
Ah!
Order! Order!
Great, now the tide is turning in our favor.
Which show is right? My sister's as good as free. What do you look so thoughtful about that? Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie.
Ah, I remember humble pie.
I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail.
But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory.
Bah! The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Sky, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If she wasn't, why would she have... I didn't even get to read that. Okay.
I believe I'd like to hear his testimony again.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated.
Really now? Why do all these witnesses have to be jerks?
Because they have dark pasts and hearts, I guess.
Don't give a shit.
Lana Sky intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she calls the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor has a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge a knife in again and again.
I have a question. Edgy just told you to say what you saw, not what you think.
Yeah,
What?
she couldn't follow up on that. That's very speculative.
The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So, for pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? Don't know if I agree with that. What?
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Okay. Well, this is a good place to stop for now.
You
We should meet again, yeah? We should meet again. And onion perhaps. Till then, humans, fairies, are you okay?
Bye-bye.